Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Let me show you the background. Hanging out with my little bird friends. So I thought I'd just give you some ideas on sewing business mistakes, and that way you don't make them. And whether you're aspiring to start a sewing business or already have one and you want to make some changes after you hear this video, there's no time limit on making changes in your business, right? Our businesses are ever changing and evolving. So I can either leave the camera on my face, or I can turn it so you can see the ocean. So I'm going to turn it so you can see the ocean. All right, there we go. Show you something more attractive, shall we? Anyways, so hopefully you can hear me. I do have my earbuds and microphone on, and I'm hoping that it turns out, at least this recording. So here are some mistakes. 1, not securing, let me start at number 1 first. Let me start here. Not having a business name that makes sense. Now, if you do some search online, you could go to Etsy or whatever, and search a sewing business. Say you sew, just say memory bears, right? Let's just talk about memory bears for this video. And your main product or service for your memory bears are sewing memory bears. But you have a business name called Sally's Sewing. That's very vague, and a lot of times, more often than not, when people say anything about sewing, they think you're a seamstress. All right, so keep that in mind. But you also don't have to say Sally's Memory Bear Sewing Services either necessarily. But like I said, if you are going to sew memory bears, having a business name that maybe incorporates memory bears or a form of a memory bear would be helpful. If you need help with that, just let me know. I offer one-on-one coaching, and I have online classes. As always, go to stephaniegrams.com for your free newsletter. All right, another mistake would be not registering your business name with your city, state, and federal agencies. Just because you go on Facebook and you say Sally's Memory Bear Sewing Services, right, doesn't mean you own that name. And that does not mean that another Sally can't name her business the same thing. So now there's going to be 2 Sallys offering memory bears, and you're in competition with each other directly. What if Sally doesn't make good memory bears and people start thinking it's you, right? So you need to give that some consideration. You only own your business name when you actually pay, at least in the United States, you pay for the license, the business license. Like I paid for Sewing with Steam LLC. I purchased that, I own that, nobody can use that. All right, and people will know if they're looking for it, they'll find me. All right, so that's another mistake. A third mistake would be plopping your business on Facebook or another social media account and not giving your customers or clientele a real website to visit. Give me just a second. Because what happens when you rely on social media can actually be a disaster. I've been saying this since 2004 or 2005. You don't own social media, right? You only own, hold on. Fun. Yeah. Very nice. You only own your domain name. If you pay for hosting, you own that website. If you're using a free provider like Wix Etsy, Shopify, the free WordPress. You do not own that. They can remove your content from that domain name or domain whenever they want to. So if you don't pay for hosting somewhere, all your hard work could be washed out and you're out of luck. Okay, so that's another mistake, right? Relying on third-party websites. Let's see, what's another one? Another mistake is not having, I know, another mistake is relying on or not having a newsletter. Newsletters are free. You can go to MailChimp.com. That's who I use. That's been the most user-friendly newsletter software that I've used in a lot of years. I used to use other ones like Aweber, but that's expensive, and I just did not see the return on investment for my business, so I just stick to MailChimp.com. And if you do have social media, say you have a Facebook group and a Facebook business page, then you can add the link to your newsletter inside those areas, because even if a person isn't your paying customer yet, doesn't mean they never will be, and you want to be able to stay in contact with them. If you are relying on potential customers or past customers to reach out to you when they need you, they're going to forget you and go with somebody else, because we always don't remember who did what for us over the years. So it's best for you to be more proactive instead of reactive. Another mistake is only having a Facebook page, Facebook personal profile, or a Facebook group. Having all three will save you a headache. You don't have to post it on all three every day if you don't want to. But your personal page is not supposed to be used for business, right? Facebook doesn't like that. Then your Facebook business page is pretty much open to everybody in the world, where they can copy everything you say and do in your business, like competitors. And then you have a Facebook group, which you can make private, and you can decide who can be a member and who will not be a member. So that's why I say use all three. They all three work together. You can post occasionally on your personal page about, look at these beautiful bears that I made for this customer. And disclaimer, get the customer's permission first. All right. So if your customer says, yeah, that you can post pictures, make sure you put your watermark on that photo. Share it on your personal page. And when somebody reaches out to you about making something for them, send them to your private group. Ooh, I don't want to get wet. Okay, another mistake is not watermarking your photos. People will steal your pictures of your work and do whatever they want with it. So please learn how to put a watermark on your photo. You can do this free from your smartphone. You can do this free through canva.com. That's who I use. It's super simple. There's not much of a learning curve, and it's free. If you need help with that, let me know. I'll show you how to do that. And what else? Pretty much being quiet. If you are not actively speaking online or to people in person about your sewing business, your business is eventually going to stall out. And if you're not really good with the sales part, hire somebody to do that on a as needed basis. All right, so there are some mistakes I hope you don't make this year in your sewing business. And as always, go to stephaniegrams.com for your free newsletter and to learn about my classes. See you guys. Bye.